Feelings. My name is Ted. I am the squid. It's almost my birthday. And there's a typhoon going on in Okinawa. Here, let me see if I can show you something. Can I just pick you up? Here we go. So you can see it's a lot windier than it usually is. It doesn't really look terribly windy right now, but occasionally it'll get very rainy and windy and I'm told not to go outside, and all that. But anyway, I'm still trying to make a video a month or so. So I would like to share something I've made with you. And I'm working on a really interesting project which involves Friston's free energy principle, but I don't think I can show you that one because I'm supposed to be writing a paper about it, and I'm not supposed to talk about it too much until I get the paper out. So in the meantime, let me tell you about Monty Hall. Monty Hall, the Monty Hall problem. A very controversial problem. Let me bring something up for you. All right, so this is a American game show called Let's Make a Deal, hosted by Monty Hall. Monty Hall will go around to these people. These people are wearing costumes. I'm not entirely sure why they're wearing costumes. But he'll try to make a deal. He can say, do you want $1,000 or do you want whatever's in this box?
Now, you can either have the washer and dryer where the lovely Smithers is standing, or you can trade it all in for what's in this box.
The box! The box!
And sometimes the thing that's in the box is worth well over $1,000. Maybe there'll be like a can of soup. But if you open the can of soup, actually, it's keys to a new car. Or maybe you open the box and there's like a goat or something. So the Monty Hall statistical problem, the very controversial problem, is not something that Monty Hall ever actually did in the game show. Monty Hall is very insistent that he never did anything quite like the Monty Hall problem. But I watched a couple episodes of Let's Make a Deal, and I made some edits to make it look like Monty Hall is writing the Monty Hall problem. And I have some Japanese subtitles because I'm supposed to be showing this video to a middle school class. That's one of my assignments at OIST is that I'm supposed to teach a middle school class about something. So I want to teach them about statistics. So let's watch this little video I made about the Monty Hall problem.
Let's make a deal! And now, here's America's top trader at TV's big dealer, Monty Hall!
Thank you. Thank you very much. Here's what you could buy on Let's Make a Deal for $500. A luxurious station wagon.
Yes, that's the Caprice Estate Wagon, Chevrolet's top-of-the-line wagon, a beautiful blend of luxury and utility. Chevrolet, building a better way to see the USA.
And it could be behind door number 1, or 2, or 3. Faye Bridges, what door do you want?
2.
Door number 2. All right. Nobody took 1, so we'll take a look at door number 1. Each of them has a piggyback. So she has made her decision, or would you like to trade it away for a 3? Yes. I bet you. And you took door number 3, American Dream waiting for you, milk and honey. There it is, the American Dream. Milk and honey. A milk cart and paw for some. Look at this.
So that's the Monty Hall problem. Let me get back face to face with you. So that's the Monty Hall problem. Your Monty Hall presents to you 3 doors, and behind one of the doors there's a car, and behind the other 2 doors there's a goat, and you want the car, not the goats. Monty Hall will ask you, which door do you think the car is behind? And you can say, well, door number whatever, and Monty Hall will say, oh, door number whatever, huh? But if I open this other door, oh, well, there's a goat. So do you still want the door that you picked? Or do you want to switch to the remaining door? Statisticians can have a lot of arguments about this. You know, they might argue, no, it definitely doesn't matter if you switch or not. It's a 50-50 shot either way. There are two doors. One of them has a car, one of them has a goat. It's got to be a 50-50 shot. But then a lot of other statisticians talk about how it's completely different. It's not 50-50 shot. You're supposed to switch every time, because if you switch, then there's a 2/3 chance of getting the car. How does that work? But as many people as I've seen arguing about this, I haven't seen very many people actually try it. You know, there's an episode of Mythbusters where they're trying to tackle the myth of whether a plane can or cannot take off if it's on a treadmill. And I love Adam. He says, you know, people, our fans, were arguing so much about this, but I didn't see a single one of them put a plane on a treadmill.
I've read literally thousands of pages of vitriolic commentary and argument on the web about airplanes on a conveyor belt, but nowhere did I find anyone who'd put an airplane on a conveyor belt.
So let's do the Monty Hall problem. Here we go. Okay, so this is a program I made using a Pygame. I don't have a whole lot of experience with Pygame. I'm sure that someone could have done this using like 50 lines instead of the 200 lines that I've got here. But if I run this, here we go. Oh, well, I think there's a car behind one of these three doors. Now, which door do you think it is? I'm gonna say, let's go with door number 1. So I'm gonna click door number 1. But Monty Hall says, oh, you're choosing door number 1, Well, notice, door number 2 has a goat behind it. Do you still want door number 1, or are you gonna switch to door number 3? Well, I'm pretty confident about door number 1. Let's see what's behind door number 1. Oh, another goat. Well, the car was actually behind door number 3. So if I click, we'll get to see a graph, but we've only done the game once, so there's not much of a graph. So if we try this again, well, I think I'll try door number 3. But behind door number 2, there's a goat. And Monty Hall, he'll never open the car door for you. He only ever opens the goat door, one of the 2 goat doors. So do I want to switch to door number 1, or am I still interested in door number 3? Let's try door number 1. Hey-oh, there's a car! So that's how they hid the car behind these doors. They made it vertical. Obviously, they didn't do that in the game show, but this isn't the game show. This is whatever. So if I click again, it still doesn't look like there's much of a plot here, because there's a line all the way up here at 100%, saying that so far, 100% of the time, in both of the games we've played, it would have been better to switch. And there's a 0% chance so far, 0% proportion so far of games which were better off to stay. So we could do this a bajillion times. In fact, here, look, I just did it. I just did it again, and we're getting a little more information. You know, in that game, it was better to stay. But I also have a button here called autoclick. So it's just going to play that game 100 times for us. And this is all about the law of large numbers. In order to actually test the probability of, is it better to switch? Is it better to stay? Is it the same either way? Should it be 50%? Well, apparently, it's not a 50-50 shot. It's actually a lot closer to a 1/3 to 2/3 probability. You know, if you switch, you'll probably get the car. How does that make any sense? Well, one of the ways that I've heard it described is that if you have a billion doors, and there's a billion minus 1 doors with a goat behind it, and there's 1 door with a car behind it. If you picked one of those doors at random, well, you can tell it's pretty unlikely pretty unlikely that you're gonna pick the car door. But if you pick one of the doors at random, and then Monty Hall says, okay, well, let me open 1 billion minus 2 doors, and he opens all of the doors except for the one door you picked, and one other mysterious door. And behind all of those other doors Monty Hall opens for you, there are goats. Well, I think it's pretty clear that you probably picked a goat door, and the one remaining door besides the door you picked, that's the car door. So, oh, swap, maybe you'll get a car. Not every time, but a lot of the time you'll get a car. Let me open another picture just so you can sort of visualize this here. Oh, there you are. That's us. That's us there. So this is a version of the Monty Hall game where you can actually see that there's a goat. It looks like they have a smaller door, or maybe they have a bigger goat. So if you have a 2/3 chance of picking a goat door. And if you pick a goat door, well, he's gonna open the other goat door and show you, hey, here's a goat. So if you stay, you'll stay on the goat you picked. But if you swap, you'll swap to the car. And if you make the 1/3 chance of picking the car door, well, there's a 50% chance he'll open one of the goat doors, and there's a 50% chance he'll open the other goat door. But either way, if you stay, you'll stay on the car, and if you swap to the other door, you'll get the goat. So staying has a 1/3 plus 1/3 is equal to 2/3 chance of a goat. Whereas swapping has a 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 2/3 chance of a car. Alright, well, that's the Monty Hall problem, and that's a nice little game. But I wanna keep playing a game, so let's play a game. Have you ever played Faster Than Light? I mean, if you've played Faster Than Light, you know it's a hard game, but I can beat it in easy mode. I'm too scared to even try medium mode or hard mode, but I can win occasionally in easy mode. So I got an expansion, a fan-made expansion, Faster Than Light Multiverse. Let's have a Monty Hall across the universe. Ooh, that's some nice sound right there. So first of all, if you've never played Faster Than Light, you're in a spaceship, and your goal is to save the universe, as per usual. I've played this game a couple times, which means that I've actually unlocked a couple spaceships. So I can pick one of these very many spaceships. In the original Faster Than Light, I think there are like 12 spaceships. Some of them have multiple modes. But in this game, there are a lot of spaceships. That's a big number of spaceships. I like this spaceship. I haven't tried it yet, but let's take a look at it. Oh, I forgot to mention. This is a roguelike. Back in the day of early computing, there was a game called Rogue, where you were an adventurer in a dungeon made entirely out of ASCII characters. And if you died, you had to start the game over. And when you started the game over, everything was re-randomized, which means that every time you play the game, it's completely different. So this is a roguelike. If we die, the rebellion wins, and we have to try again. There are two crystal guys. There's a rock guy. Oh, I can change their names, by the way. I think you're the pilot. Your name is Ted now. Yes. Here. So this one's Ted. This one. Well, I mean, I'm the only person here. This is Theodore. And this is Squidling. And we have crystalline armor, which means that if the aliens, or if the enemies hit us with a missile or something, part of our ship is gonna fly off and hopefully hit them. You hurry to your ship, but realize you still have a little time before you leave. We can grab one last thing. I'm gonna grab a person. I think I want more people in the ship, so I'm gonna grab a crew member. You're in my crew now. Schultz. It's a human. We have a human among us. Schultz. This is your captain, Ted. Schultz. Here, go around. This is Theodore. you have a Ted. You have a Theodore. And he's on the engines. So Schultz, come over here. This is Swidling. He works the weaponry, and you're going all the way over here, a little far away from everybody, in order to work the shields. Schultz on the shields. Perfect. Any help you can offer will be a lifesaver. We only just barely managed to chase away those dang rebels. Those rebels. Get off my lawn, rebels! Our space lawn. This is what a fight is like. And the best thing about fighting is that you can pause. You can't do that in real life, but you can just pause. This is a real-time strategy, but you can also pause, which is nice. But we're gonna take down their shield using whatever this charge 1 thingy is. So here we go. We're gonna fire. Boom. And now I'm gonna use this shard thingy, and we're gonna see what the shard thingy does. I'm gonna fire it right here at the weaponry. Did it fire? Oh, it did fire. Oh, look at that. Okay, so our shard thingy, whenever it hits a room, it makes a big wall of crystals that no one can get through. I like this game. Just oh. There we go. We scrapped the wreckage. So good. We're gonna take that rebel stuff and we're gonna make it into Federation stuff. You can see he moved. He got out of there because he's low on health. He's like 50% health. If you kill everyone on a spaceship, that's way better than exploding the spaceship. Because when you explode the spaceship, you get some scraps. But when you don't explode the spaceship, then you get to make the whole thing into scraps. You get a lot more scraps. You get to talking with the table of mercenaries who stopped here as well, and find yourself making a new friend. Muffin. He is an alien called an Engie, like an engineer. But no, it's good. It's good to have an engineer. They're really good at repairing stuff. All right, so my fam, you've met Ted. Here's Theodore. Here's Squidling, and here's Schultz. You know, what's his face? Schultz. A small makeshift Ikaka outpost. I have no idea what that means. Has been constructed nearby for holding slaves. All. Well, I don't like slavers, so I'm going to attack them. Slavery is immoral, and you're going to free these people. Good. You know, I was sort of hoping. Oh, free the slaves. The slavers are dead. You scrapped the ship. Free the slaves. And now we have a slave. Whenever you take down the slavers, you usually get a slave in return. But one of them offers to help your mission. Okay, I'm glad. Okay, they're not slaves. They're not our slave. They're offering to help. But look at all these. We have Ted, Theodore, and now Debbie. We have a bunch of crystal people. Let's get a teleporter and then sell some stuff that I don't want. Can I still afford? Yeah, I can still afford the mantis. Now I have my own mantis on my own teleporter. Yeah. And maybe you can hear the wind. It's a windy day out there with that typhoon. Did you know typhoons and hurricanes are the same thing? I didn't know that until I came here. I should have known that. You detect and retrieve a escape pod flying nearby. You consider restoring it to space, returning it to space when you learn it's a mantis. I could jettison the pod, I could pry it open, or I could have my rock open the pod. I guess rocks are really good at opening pods. As soon as you open the pod, the mantis inside falls to the ground and grovels at your feet. Oh, most gracious and noble captain, you are sparing of me. Please, accepting my attitude and service. Oh, thank you. So I could put this mantis here, and then I could have a really good attack. You know, 2 people with great attack that I can teleport onto the enemy ship. But I think my real goal here is to have a crystal guy join the mantis guy, because the crystal guy, remember, can do this lockdown thing, which means that if I teleport my mantis and this crystal guy over, then if someone tries to fight me, I can lock everyone else out. Oh, what a game, what a game. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we surrender. Nah. we don't accept surrender around here. But also I can send in the guys. I'm gonna send them right here, and then I'm gonna lock down. So I can just attack their weaponry. I'm just gonna attack their weaponry, and there's nothing they can do about it. I'm gonna mind control you. Not for any particular reason, but if I mind control you, then you can help us take down all your weapons. As soon as you're no!
What you say? Oh, that you only meant well, 'cause you did.
No! Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh no! I sent those people over with the teleporter, so I could kill everyone aboard their ship. And I did kill everyone aboard their ship, but I also blew up their ship while my friends were aboard the ship. So I just lost my friends. My friends are gone. You have no idea how often I do that. So we're down 2 crew members. I like this game. this game. I like this game, but it makes me feel like an idiot sometimes. That's just how it works, you know. Sometimes if I teleport someone over and there's a fire, you know, it's oh darn it. Okay, well, there's a shop. So at the shop, I'm crossing my fingers that there's some nice crew that I can buy. I can buy some crew. I think it's gift. Why does the shop give me a gift? So we can buy something using the money that it gave us? Why would it do that? Oh yes, okay. So we're getting more guys here. Give me some fuel. Give me this guy, and why not give me this guy too? You can give me that guy. Walking with this guy. Yeah, you know what? Ted, now you are one of the people that I send over to the other ship. I'm gonna send you 2 over here, and Ted, you're gonna lock down. Okay, you win. Command will never forgive us, but will you accept our surrender? Nah. I actually don't like the idea of accepting surrender. Oh boy. Okay. No. Don't do any more damage. If I do 1 more damage, then I lose 2 members of my crew, including the one I named after myself. Which means this is a big problem. I wish I could tell them to stop attacking. And we have crystalline armor, which means if the enemies hit us with a missile or something, part of our ship is gonna fly off and hopefully hit them. No! I didn't attack them. They attacked me, and the scrap from my ship hit their ship and destroyed it. Oh. Well, who do I still stop annoying me with the ion pulse? I'm grieving. I'm grieving for the character named after myself. Well, I have another character named after myself at least. Oh no. This game is not turning out terribly well. It could be going a lot better. If I didn't explode my own crew multiple times. I'm saving my scraps so that hopefully there's a shop somewhere. Can you show me a shop? I have a lot of scrap. Please let there be a store. There's a store! This is gonna keep on going. Oh, this is... So far it's not a terrible run except for all those times I killed my own crew. Oh, Federation wanting trade. Haha, I laugh. No! You wanted to earn right to trade, then fight to death. The Mantises, it said it was a store. Doesn't even give you time to explain that you can't trade if you're dead. It attacks. Maybe if you beat them up a little, they'll listen. Okay. Oh, they didn't let me go to the store. There was no store. Oh, still need a store. Well, we can have one extra health. I think this is going to be our last battle, because if they do 4 damage to us, then bad stuff happens and you'll die. Okay, yes. Okay, we're gonna kill these guys. I think we're gonna do it. Now we take down their weapons so that we don't immediately die.
What you say?
Never mind, we just immediately died. Okay. Well. Defeat. One last explosion marks your fate as your ship is torn apart. And that's the end. Oh, there's a seed if you want to play exactly the same game that I played, but that's it. If we started again, it would all be completely different. Oh boy. Okay, well, it's been a while since I made a video about playing a game, but it's fun. It's a very fun thing to do. And there's still a typhoon going on, and my birthday is tomorrow. Oh boy. So, I guess that's it. Bye-bye, Squidlings. By the way, I've got a Patreon at patreon.com/Thinkster. I want to thank all these Squidlings and Elder Squids. Thanks.